And you may be thinking by looking at the title, who is Waylon Campbell? Well, Waylon Campbell was a student that me and Anton went to school with. And me, Waylon, and Anton, we became friends with Waylon. So I'm just going to tell you that friendship didn't last very long, okay? So, what happened? Well, you see, what happened is Waylon screwed us both over. You see, about 2016, 2017, actually, this goes all the way back to our senior year in 2015. So, you know, Waylon, you know me, boy. You see, sorry, I'm in my boxes right now. I'm about to take a shower, so thought I would upload this video before. So, Waylon, he it didn't hit me and Anton until after our senior trip. But we stuck with Waylon. We stuck with Waylon and his buddies, and we were following him like little lost puppy dogs around Silver Dollar City. And I'm trying to talk to Mason. I'm trying to talk to Anton, and it just wasn't happening. It's like Waylon was taking up the time with my best friend. I was trying to talk to him. Waylon was trying to talk to him, so I just stayed quiet. Until me and Anton, we decided we're going to split. Me and him are going to split from him. And we went off and we did our own thing. We ate. Had some good pizza. I had a cheeseburger pizza. Didn't eat all of it because it was way too big. And had some funnel cake. That was good. Funnel cake is heavenly. It is divine. But it will also make your sugar go way up. So, we went and we looked at swords. We looked at everything. We rode the giant barn swing, which I found out that you should never eat before you go on the giant barn swing. I upchucked. And Anton was telling me, fight it! Fight it, Chris! Fight it! Ugh. I'm never... If I go on the giant barn swing, I will never eat before I go on there. But anyway, back to Waylon Campbell. Waylon has a nickname and he goes by WayJ. And he said, I remember I had his phone number when I had my BlackBerry and I was texting him and I asked him what his profession was and he said a DJ. Okay. Well, I came up with an idea that, and this is how he tried to screw me over, but it didn't work and it didn't get off the ground. Okay. I contacted Anton via video chat on Messenger. And I said, hey man, why don't you and me start a podcast? You know, talking about like anime and stuff. And he goes, okay, I will, Hurricane Around a Funk. The thing is, man, is that I was telling Waylon about this podcast idea, which he was going to be a part of. And he told me that it was his idea. His idea. Now, why did I come up with a podcast idea in the first place? It's because I wanted to... This was before I started my YouTube channel. But it was because I wanted to have a creative outlet. And it didn't work out. So... So, me and Anton, we hung out. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'll check it out after I get done with this. And I will leave Anton Masters' channel link in the description below, and if I don't, thank you. And if I don't, I'll just edit it, put it in the description. I'll just edit it and put his channel link in the description below. So, but I'm not done. So, we started to think. And we started to think. And we started to think. You see, Waylon, he was never my friend. And it turns out he was not Anton's friend either. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So we get on the bus to go back to the high school. Me and him started talking, and we said goodbye because he was headed home and I was headed home, and both of our rides were there and everything. Well, you know, I was friends with him on Facebook. So I started to message Waylon and I said, "Hey bud, how's it going?" Then, well, I remember one night, I think it was on his day off, I know that much. Um I remember that I was trying to video chat with him and it kept on getting denied. So I kept on calling and kept on calling and kept on calling. Wanted you know, when he picked up, he was at Waylon's house. Okay. I had no problem with it. But I just wanted to talk. I wanted if I could have had a three-way conversation, I would have. But Anton just picked up his phone, said, "Hello?" I go, "Hey man, how are you?" He goes, "Good, busy. Can I go now?" And I go, "Sure." That was the extent of our conversation. Come to find out, Waylon didn't want him talking to me. Okay. That really didn't hurt my feelings. All it did was make me angry at him. So, I remember it was in 2017 or 2018. I think was last year, maybe the year before. Well, no, not last year. It was either this year or last year. It had to be last year. Me and Anton decided to do a little test. We went to our friends lists and we unfriended him, and being that Anton starts with an A and my name starts with a C, and since Facebook puts your friends in alphabetical order, you're right, me and him were right at the top of the list. And we decided to test, was he truly our friend or not? Turns out he was not. Now, but I was messaging Anton and I was talking, and he goes, "You will never guess on who you will never guess on who messaged me." I go, "Atkins?" He goes, "No." I go, "Who?" He goes, "I went to school with him." I go, "Waylon?" He goes, "You're right." Now that I got out of the way on how he screwed me over, let me tell you on how he screwed Anton over. And it's way worse than anything Waylon ever did to screw me over. I remember it was 2016's NakaCon. Anton wanted me to go, but I couldn't get. I didn't have the funds to go. I would have to. I would have had to have paid half, and that wouldn't have bothered me if I had the money to do so. So I didn't, and I told him I didn't. And besides, I was working, and they wanted to allow me time off. So that was that. So and this was the first time, and the first time went smooth. Anton went with Waylon. First time, everything was good. Then the second time was an absolute nightmare. I wasn't there, but Anton told me this over a video chat. I told him that, Waylon was moving to Michigan, and he goes, he's moving, thank God. Here's the thing about Waylon. Back at our senior trip, I know I'm bouncing around here, but back at our senior trip, we would suggest things, and he wouldn't want to do it. So we just split and did our own thing. Now, NakaCon comes back for a second time. He goes with Waylon and a buddy of his, and he tells Anton, look, everything's going to be fine. There's going to be like a hide-a-bed or something like that. And he goes, okay, cool. That's what we did before. He was fine with it. Until he realized, once he got there, that there was no extra bed. There wasn't even a couch. He was going to have to sleep on the floor. And he told me at that point in time, he felt like he wanted to leave. Just straight up leave and come back. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to sleep on the floor either. So what he had to do was shell out money for a room by himself. So he had someplace to sleep. You don't do that. You don't screw your friends over. And that's why, Waylon, you will always be a piece of garbage. Your music's even garbage. Just so you know. I'm Hardcore Christopher. Keep it hardcore, everyone.